Go live to our I24 News Dubai studios. We welcome Hamdi Osman, the CEO of Solitaire International Holding. Hamdi, thank you so much for your time on this day. So it's been 12 months since the historic signing of the Accords. We heard right now Jared Kushner speaking about the economic boost for all involved. Give us a sense of the current trade relations between the UAE and Israel 1 year on. Your thoughts?
Well, it has been, thank you for having me. It has been a lot of course, a lot of talk, a lot of excitement in the air. A lot of people definitely have been waiting for this moment for a long time. That past year, I have seen personally a lot of excitement, a lot of interest. And I think this is just a start, because they have some businesses already being done, and we have in all sector, and especially from the medical side, the logistics side, from the trade side, a lot of interest is coming through the region right now.
As you say, it's obviously still early days in this relationship. Several deals of cooperation have been signed. What is your sense of the leading commerce and business fields which have benefited the most so far by the merging of minds, so to speak?
Well, in the financial side, I think there was a huge deal was done, and a company now is based in Abu Dhabi. And that was a big win for the both sides, the UAE and Israel. And also we've seen on the medical side, there's a lot of small contract, but also taking momentum now in increasing. On the cybersecurity, also I see a huge movement is happening as we speak right now. On the logistics side, and this is something interests me more than anything else, we are something in the making, and hopefully very soon we'll make the announcement. We'd like to keep it for hopefully the Expo 2020 with our friends in the Israeli pavilion.
So that does sound like an exciting initiative to look forward to. Hamdi, of course, you know the Netanyahu government was in power at the time of the signing of the Accords. Now Naftali Bennett is at the helm. How is the new Israeli government and the leadership in the UAE actively facilitating trade and business relations on both sides right now? Your sense?
Well, my sense, since I've been living in the UAE for the last 30 years, coming from the US side and Egypt, has always been the commerce side and the business environment in the UAE has done an exceptional great work to lay out the foundations which make people more comfortable and understand exactly it's all about business. You know, we all as a human being living in this part of the world, at the end of the day, is not about the religion or about black, white, or any other. It's all about a human being. And I think that's what the UAE has been the policy over many, many years, from the founding father to now. And I think that a great foundation for a good relationship to last.
So talking about a great foundation, do you see joint companies working together, joint brands even in both Israel and the UAE down the line in different fields?
No doubt, no doubt, absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, when people sit together and they understand and they have a common goal in terms of, you know, at the end of the day, it's about, in Arabic we call it feed wastafid, means win-win. And this is the biggest thing of all time, you know, and especially in the UAE, people understand what win-win is all about. And I think also on the Israeli side have been now coming to this part of the world. They see humble, down-to-earth people opening their homes and businesses to people from all kind. I mean, as you know, over close to 190 countries, or maybe even more, are well established in the UAE. and been here for many, many years. So as a result, I think new company formulated between the Israeli and the UAE, there is no doubt will increase in number as the year to come.
Of course, I think the concept of win-win is something everybody in this region can relate to. Hamdi, you know there is much speculation over which countries might follow next and join the accords. Do you think this momentum or the win-win, as you put it, of these deals between the UAE and Israel will draw or encourage other Gulf nations to do the same? Your thoughts?
My thoughts as a human being, as a person who loves to see the young generation and especially my young kids, and I have a 2-year-old son, and I would love for him to grow in a world that really it's all about human beings. It doesn't matter what the person ethnic background is, but it's all can live together. And I believe in my heart, all the new generation, especially in this part of the world, our Middle East and the MENA region, you're talking about close to 300 million people living in this part of the world. And if just this young generation, which is almost 75% of that populations, are looking for live in peace, and let us treat each other with dignity and treat each other with respect and care for each other, will be a powerhouse on this earth.
And with that very special sentiment, we thank you so much, Hamdi Osman, the CEO of Solitaire International Holding, speaking to us from our I-24 News Dubai studios. Thank you so much. Be well.
Thank you.